First of all, how was your travel? How are you?
Get over here, Nick.
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session as we review the Bitcoin trading levels for the coming 24-48 hours. Where's everybody gone? There's someone called last orders on the Bitcoin party. It seems like all the bid has disappeared from the books and summer vacations have started already, but let's review it today. We'll dive into TradingView and have a look at a couple of classic T8 levels, and we'll have a look at Trader Console as well for the all-important bid, ask and the rest. But yeah, so beginning of the week, we were looking for a little bit of a squeeze up, okay, from this demand zone lower. We got that. It was nice to see that we got that after the live session on Tuesday, but we didn't get too far, did we? Okay, it was a bit of a squeeze for ants. On the last live session, we were considering higher levels as well. 107 would have been absolute classic T8 level to go and back test for resistance and down. And then I was even open to a bigger squeeze as well and really chase some bears up into that 108, 109, knowing that in the order flow we had some really big offers up there. That would have been nice to see. But you've got to stay dynamic, you've got to stay discretionary, okay? That's how I like to play it when we get to these levels. So 106.8 was about all we could muster, okay? The bulls have really lost strength. So that was on Tuesday, just after the live session. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Nice if you caught a little bit of that move. If you've been scalping or day trading, you can still scalp and day trade in these levels. But yeah, we got up there. Yeah, you can still call that resistance, but not a lot to see there. And then as we enter today, okay, so this is where we've just rolled over today. As we enter today in this, whatever you want to call this meme funnel or, you know, ascending wedge or whatever you want to call it, we've just got absolutely lack of demand in the book. So we're going to go and have a look at that now. We're just floating in between the weekly open and the monthly open as I post that there. Trying to update everyone on Twitter a little bit quick, so give us a follow on Twitter as well, at Duke Carlin. But yeah, we're going to dive into TradingView and the Trader Console as well, and just to have a little bit of a deep dive of what's going on. Try and keep it as quick as possible. A couple of shout outs to people. FMC at Full Moon Cap. Go give FMC a follow. Got a good YouTube channel as well. Give him a follow for all that German precision, okay? And then Lev has been posting some absolute gems. I think we all knew that the order books were going a little bit negative, but Lev posting some real good historical data as well. So Leafiest Parapet, go give Leafiest Parapet a follow as well. Okay, guys, so what we'll do is we'll dive into the TradingView console. Right then guys, here we go. A few classic trade-in levels. We still do have this level around that 103 mark, okay? The trouble is it's just a meme level. We need to see a reaction down there if we are going to go down there. Right at this minute, I'm not seeing a lot of demand if we do go there, but we will review it as we go. Same for the daily chart, okay? Same for the daily chart. Previous value area high of this range here. Do we hold that zone? Does bid suddenly come in, get really dynamic holders, and we push back up? That remains to be seen, but not quite seeing it yet. So a few warning signs within the data, okay? Lower time frame chart. Funnel, wedge, whatever you want to call it. The bear hunt was stopped short at that 106 level, okay, and we're just coming back down now. Do we get another bounce and come back up? If we're to bounce again from here, you would really want to see some aggressive bid come and sit under price to push us up. Right now at this minute, I'm not quite seeing that. So we need to go and look at the Trader Console and grab the all important data.
Well, in my book, you either do it right or you get eliminated.
Here we go then guys, Trader Console, TRDR.io. Grab a link from below for a free trial. Don't forget to drop it into the docs page and the academy for some further education. So just diving into the multiverse view at the minute, we can see that Ethereum hit some supply yesterday, okay? Just getting capped at that 268 level. You could say that Ethereum has cleared some supply and could be up for another leg higher if BTC is going to look okay. But we need to consider that the big boy may take over the price action for the next 24-48 hours, okay? Soy Boy Sol getting some slight perps bid under price near this 152 level, but you have to consider that it got offers up there at the 165 and the offers are chasing down, so you have to draw yourself a little bit of a bigger picture on what is going on the wider price action, okay? 2.5 to 5% away. Are they? Nice little day trade yesterday, I do believe. Went and hunted some high supply. Now just settling down, but again, it's been trending up for quite a while. We need to have a look at what's going on BTC. So let's just jump into a full window and have a look at the bid ask. I do want to just show you the bid ask on BTC, and what I'm primarily starting with is the perps chart, okay? The OG traders on this console will know what I'm going to say already, okay? At the beginning of the week, we were coming from aggregated depth, okay? We had an aggregated depth of 650-700 million aggregated depth. I don't think that's too bad considering the higher time frame price action. I don't expect the aggregated depth to get upwards to 900 a billion and over aggregated depth when we're trending so hard and have been for the last 4, 5, 6 weeks, okay? So, but what things I say is at the beginning of the week we still had some depth, we still had some, you know, nice levels coming in on BTC to push us up, and then here we are, okay? What we can see now, very, very simply, is we've lost all aggregated depth. What does that mean? Spot market in the 1 to 10% region, just not bothered here at all, okay? And then more dangerously, the perps market have left, okay? They've gone on summer holidays, they've gone to the beach already, and you can just see you've got a negative 24 ratio in the 2.5 to 5% there, with those offers hovering around there as well. And we had a BitMEX sell, okay, BitMEX and sell, and Binance perps selling going on there as well, just on the previous evening in the Asian session. So yeah, it ain't looking too hot, bruv. I would have loved to reach a little bit higher, but it just seems like we've capped price here as we go. Let's just have a look at those spot levels then. So for the last 48 hours, I would say you had this key spot level at this 103, 104 level, defending price, okay? Not doing too good a job, and they're not, you know, just a resting limit order like this isn't going to defend price for too long if there's no other bids from no other markets on that price, okay? And then especially if perps are not interested as well, okay? This is just one resting limit order. You can even go and fill this entity and then slice through and drop through. And what do we see here? Weekly open just getting defended here, okay? So price can't even get over the weekly open, and we're now just about to tickle and dive under the monthly open. So what do we need to consider? The levels lower and the levels higher, okay? So levels lower, obvious 100k level. I would prefer, if you're gonna go somewhere, okay, you need to follow the data wherever the data takes you, even if it takes you to some dark places, okay? I would prefer to tick down into this 98k if we can get there, okay? It's a little bit of a distance away. It's like me saying right here, right now, if I saw bid under price, right, well, I'd like to go up to 111, 115, okay? But we need to consider these levels if we're going to get a little bit of a flush, okay? And this is what I said on the last live session and the last video. It will become pretty obvious, okay, in this kind of price action if we are going to rotate lower, because supply will get aggressive. Over the last 48 hours, supply, okay, you can just see these offers chasing price, has gotten aggressive, yeah? So that's what we need to consider as traders, sharpshooting traders, mercenary traders. We're not bothered where the price action takes us, okay? We'll just trade it, whatever. Another thing to consider that I mentioned on the live session, obviously, is the liquidity king chart. So the open interest did come down in this little bit of a choppy range funnel, okay? But the perps market liquidity, spot market liquidity is in the danger zone. It's in the hot zone. It's saying to you, careful with your risk on exposure, okay? So I've been shilling everyone for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks to say keep an eye on that. There are warning signs, okay? So when you get those higher time frame warning signs, then you get the perps market aggressively coming in to attack price with no bid depth underneath. Look at this, you know, no bid depth underneath. Slightly negative, so I'm up for a rotation lower. Perps market have got that 97.5 there. I think we've got liquidity under 100k, so I don't really particularly like to trade those round numbers 100k. If we're going to come down and flush down, I would prefer a little bit lower. Okay, so that's where we are. I think we need to review the data a little bit later as well, because it could be a fast moving day after a 24-48 hours of nothingness, to be honest. Okay, so join us. We will go live at the US Open on YouTube. Join us there. Okay, don't forget to join all the socials also. Okay, Trader, Discord, Trader, Telegram as well. Let's see what we get today. Could be a good end to the week trading wise, whichever way, you know, whichever way your bias throws you. Join us later on. Cheers, guys.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat. That's a nice shirt. Do they make it for men?
and we say bye-bye.